My name is Paul Kopka. That's spelled K-O-P-K-A. Some people have a hard time pronouncing it. Just remember, you're going to, if you say cop car, leave the R off. My parents are still living, and they're in Southeast Michigan. I have a brother and a sister, and my family here is my wife, Pei, and we have 2 adult sons. David is in California, and Wyatt is in Clarendon Hills, I had to remember for a second, with a little dog who always bites my ankles. My wife is Chinese and she has family back in China, and we look forward to the day when we can travel freely back to China to see her family. Well, I was one of those students upon graduating from high school. I had no idea what I wanted to do, 0. So ended up, I think I have mentioned before, at Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota. But I still didn't know what I wanted to do. So I had, in quick succession, I tried 5 different majors. I heard the call of God to go into ministry. And so right after graduation from college, I went to seminary. I was ordained a pastor in 1986, before some of you watching this were born. And I served in Detroit and the surrounding area, and also in Chicago. I like rock and roll music. That's not too quirky. But 60s and 70s and some 80s, if it's got screaming guitars and hard driving drums, I'll listen to it. If you go by the office at church sometimes, you'll wonder what the heck is going on, because I might have turned the music up quite a bit. Something I really love, I think most of you know by now, I drink a lot of coffee. And I've said during Lent, I'm only going to drink half as much. And that's challenging for me, but I still love coffee. You wouldn't believe it if you read it. So one of my favorite verses is Hebrews 13:2, which is, "Do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers, for in so doing you may entertain angels unaware." I have never felt so welcomed any place as I have at Good Shepherd. People coming and giving me, welcoming me and saying how wonderful it is that I'm here. It feels terrific. I would say 2 things. Number 1, God's in charge and walking with us. And number 2, God isn't finished with you yet. There's much more to come.